The cold winds of the mountain carried the smell of blood for miles. At its highest peak stood a lone warrior named Menzo, surrounded by 3 orcs who had made the mistake of believing they had trapped him. They circled him cautiously, weapons drawn, but Menzo showed no fear. His axe rested loosely in his hand as he watched them, waiting to see which one would be foolish enough to attack first. He did not have to wait long. With a roar, one of the orcs rushed towards him. Menzo calmly stepped out of its path and, before the creature could even turn around, buried his axe into the back of its skull. The other 2 attacked almost immediately. What followed was quick and brutal. Menzo ducked beneath a blade, broke one orc's balance, and tore his axe free just in time to open its throat. The last creature tried to retreat, but by then Menzo was already moving towards it. A desperate swing missed him. His axe did not. The orc screamed as the blade cut into its leg, and before it could recover, Menzo struck it again and again until the creature finally fell silent among the rocks. And then it was over. 3 orcs lay dead at his feet. Menzo stood among them, catching his breath as blood slowly dripped from the edge of his axe. He had expected more. Then, somewhere beyond the mountain mist, he heard something approaching. At first, it was nothing more than the distant sound of footsteps, but with every passing second, they grew heavier, closer, until a figure finally appeared through the fog. Menzo's expression changed. The orc walking towards him was enormous, towering over the bodies of its fallen kin. Long spikes rose from its shoulders, while strange tattoos covered its skin and glowed with a faint, unnatural light. In its hands was a spear. Menzo had crossed half the kingdom looking for this creature, and now, finally, it stood before him. A smile appeared on his face. "You're the one I want." The orc answered by lowering its spear and charging. Menzo barely avoided the first attack. The spear passed so close to his chest that he felt the air move against his skin. But the missed strike gave him just enough time to bury his axe into the creature's side. Against any other orc, it would have been enough. This one barely seemed to notice. It crashed into Menzo with the force of a charging horse and threw him against the rocks. Pain spread through his body, but before he had time to recover, the spear was already coming for him again. Menzo was faster. For every attack the orc made, he found a way to move aside. He ducked, turned, and stepped beyond the reach of the spear, allowing the creature's own anger to exhaust it. And slowly, the fight began to change. The orc grew slower. Menzo did not. He found his opening and attacked without hesitation, driving his axe into the creature's stomach before striking it across the chest and shoulder. For the first time, the giant orc stumbled. Menzo pressed forward. Another strike brought the creature to one knee. Standing over it, exhausted and covered in blood, Menzo raised his axe above his head. After everything it had taken to find this creature, the hunt was finally over. At least, that was what he believed. The spear entered his stomach before he even saw the orc move. Menzo stopped. The strength disappeared from his body as he looked down and saw the weapon buried deep inside him. He had been too close, too confident. And now he knew exactly how this fight would end. The orc rose in front of him, but Menzo refused to die alone. His hand tightened around his axe. With what little strength remained, he swung one final time. The blade tore through the orc's neck. Its head struck the rocks first, then its body. As the creature collapsed, the glowing tattoos across its skin slowly disappeared. Menzo fell to his knees beside it. For a while, he simply looked out across the mountains. He had spent so long getting here, so long hunting the creature that now lay dead beside him. And yet, as his own blood spread across the cold stone, there was only one thought left in his mind. This isn't where it was supposed to end. The axe slipped from his hand. Menzo fell. And for the first time since he had reached the mountain, everything was quiet. This is the end of his beginning.